March 9, 2009, the World Organization of Students, WOS, was born. Thanks to the vision of its leaders who, inspired by the new moment of the international student movement, give life to the organization that defends the rights of students and the law international education in the world. We celebrate with joy the 15 years of the first international student organization, which has managed to promote student ideology, the first world student constitution, and the comprehensive defense of the international right to education, which, in addition, has influenced, with its work, the aspirations of millions of students in the world, in their personal and social growth, as integral human beings for the development and advancement of our civilization. The WOS has participated directly in the elaboration of a supranational constitution, the Andean Social Charter of 2012, which covers a community of more than 130 million people, promoting, through its representation, the drafting of articles to achieve the right to free, quality public education in its 5 countries: Colombia, Chile, Ecuador, Bolivia, and Peru, in addition to achieving special conditions for the development of ethno-cultural and scientific education, for the advancement of Andean and Latin American society. There are millions of students, teachers, and researchers who benefit directly and indirectly, not only through the application of the right to education from the Andean Social Charter of 2012 in the countries of the Andean community, but also in the Pacific Alliance in 2014 with the integration of Mexico, Peru, Chile, and Colombia, in addition to the Alpha Puentes program of the European Union in the same year, achieving academic and student mobility for all of Latin America. The WOS is full of patriotic history and great international leaders who, during these 15 years, have been fundamental pillars in the ideological, social, and institutional support to continue building processes in the international right to education and the integration of students of the world. Our international references: Jan Opletal, medical student and symbol of the Czechoslovak student resistance against the Nazi regime, who was murdered by Nazi bullets in 1939 for protesting against the German occupation. After his death on November 17, declares himself Your Honor on International Student Day. Master Gabriel Camargo Restrepo, former Secretary General of the WOS, Colombian-Italian musician, composer and arranger emeritus, co-founder of the America Philharmonic Orchestra Symphonic Project, first honorary associate member, who in addition to this distinction, served as president in charge of the WOS in 2013. Alexander Firms, founder and president of the WOS, international student leader and reference of the Colombian student movement, honorable Andean constituent for the Republic of Colombia and author of The Right to Free, Quality Public Education, academic and student mobility for Latin America since the Andean Social Charter of 2012. Among other important achievements in terms of human rights and rights for women, youth, the environment, peace, indigenous peoples, Afro-Andean peoples, leading the WOS to the signing of the first Declaration World Peace and Cessation of War in South Korea, in addition to significant contributions in the cultural field such as the Anthem of the Students, the Anthem of the National University, the March of the Engineer, among other outstanding compositions. Co-founder of the America Philharmonic Orchestra Symphonic Project and bestseller co-author of 2 music theory books. Master Johann Strauss II, the King of the Waltz, composer of great classical works and defender of the rights of students in his time, who through his convictions expressed his libertarian thought and expression in his compositions, including Opus 56. Student and March, declared as the institutional anthem of the WOS, Opus 263. Student and Polka, declared as the university anthem of the WOS, the Opus 8. Patriotenmarsch, Opus 54. Revolutionsmarsch, among other works that inspired patriotism and the desire for a better and more just world, for the hope that students represent for our society and the development of civilization. All of them symbolize and represent the sacrifice, tenacity, leadership, and conviction of a modern and structured student organization, guiding the vision of the World Organization of Students, which for 15 years has managed to sustain itself despite the adversities and difficulties typical of to be on the right side of history, to defend social, academic, cultural, and human rights, to advocate for world peace and the construction of a more just and equitable civilization. World Organization of Students, WOS. 15 years of leadership serving the students of the world and defending the international right to education. We make the difference.